Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a showcase video rather than an unboxing. That is because me being me, excitement took over and I had to unbox my new throttle straight away when I got it. And I also had to confirm a few things were there because people who have ordered this product, the very rare case, have experienced the fact that some handles were not included. So I thought I might as well just get it open to check if everything is there. So without further ado, let's begin this kind of showcase and review as well because I have used the product. So here we go. So this is the product, Honeycomb's Bravo Throttle Quadrant. As you can see, quite a neat looking quadrant done by Honeycomb as well, which is the same manufacturer for my yoke. So I'll just take you to the back of the box. And as you can see, these are all the different types of configurations that are available. We have our single engine complex, twin engine jet, and your 747 or 4 engine jet. And we have the similar mounting style like the Honeycomb yoke. So that's the box it came in. So you can see, like I said, these are all the ways you can configure it. And then it also has its autopilot panel with backlit buttons, which is right there at the top, right here. All that. And then about, how many of those? About 7 customizable switches right over there, which is quite cool. So yes, that's the box. Anyway, let's begin the review. So I'm just gonna put I'm using my phone this time. Just gonna put it above here so you can get a good view of the product. So that is the throttle. There we go. So as you can see, this is the throttle. We have our 6 axes over here, and we have our customizable switches, autopilot panel, and yeah, so let's just go through this in a bit of detail. So let's start from left to right. So furthest on the left hand side, we have gear lever, which is spring loaded, and that is quite a cool thing. So what I'll do is I'll just move this boxes, I'll turn this and you can see it properly like this, like that. Yeah, it doesn't stand well because of this I will come to it. So this is the gear lever, spring loaded gear lever, and we have our 3 LEDs. Red indicates gear is either in transition, and green indicates gear is down and locked, which is quite cool. Then we can move to our this is what we call a trim wheel, and it's so cool that they've incorporated a trim wheel into this because many aircrafts have trim wheels. Like, I personally love the Caravan and I love flying in the simulator, and it has a trim wheel. It also has the electrical trim on the yoke, which the yoke has, but it also has a trim wheel, and this is quite good for just minor corrections, which I find it's been helping me so much. I've flown with it, like I've mentioned, and it's really helping me. So we'll not look at the axis for now. We will just look at our autopilot. So we have a selector over here. This is an FCU selector. So we have about 6 different modes: altitude, vertical speed, heading, course, and indicated airspeed, which we can alter. So basically, I'll go over that. Those are the options we have, and then we have our heading button, navigation button, approach button, reverse course, altitude, vertical speed, and indicated airspeed. And then we have our increase and decrease knob. So basically, these two work in conjunction. If I put this on altitude, I can increase my selected altitude or decrease it, and it works with all the other modes. And then when you want to engage, you just click the button. These are soft keys, by the way. And then we have our autopilot, our actual autopilot button. So this activates everything here. Cool thing about these is they are all backlit, but unfortunately for my case, I have actually got, I don't know if it's a defect or something, but my vertical speed light does not come on, which is quite disappointing. The button does work, yes, but the light does not come on, which I'm quite disappointed by. But to be honest, I don't mind it as long as the button works. So the button does work, but the light just does not come on. So I just have to be a bit more keen when I'm using my vertical speed to know that this light does not come on. I just check on the panel that the vertical speed is engaged, but the rest of the lights come on perfectly. Then we'll come back here. These are our 7 programmable switches. They're just like the alpha yoke switches. The feel is exactly the same. Very smooth feel, very nice feel, and you can program them to anything and everything you want. So by default, they come with the lights configuration, and I think pitot heat and anti-ice, but you can change them to anything you'd like. And then one cool thing is an annunciator panel, which is this. That panel over there that you can see, these light up. These are backlit lights and they light up in red. Master caution, master one is the first one, master caution second, then fire, engine fire, vacuum, low hydraulic pressure, low oil pressure, auxiliary fuel pump, low fuel pressure, parking brake, anti-ice, low volts, starters engaged door, and APU. This is a really cool feature. I really love this feature. It works perfectly fine. It's amazing. It's really amazing. And then we move further to the right, which is our now like general aviation type flaps handle. It is also spring loaded. I have heard that a few people do complain about the feel of it. Oh, sorry. But I think I don't think there's an issue with it. I personally don't mind it. And then if you look completely on the right hand side, we have a throttle friction nut basically. So we can adjust the friction of all these axes, except but all of them are adjusted to one friction level. We can't adjust them separately. Whereas the high end throttles, the quadrant that you can buy for flight sim, like I believe it's I don't know if it's T6Q or something like that, you can actually adjust throttle separately and mixture and prop separately, but that's not much of an issue. So that is the general overlook at the throttle quadrant. Now I'm going to get out the two boxes that come with it as well. We have one box, general aviation, and we have the second box, commercial. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the general aviation one first, because that's my favorite. So open the general aviation box, and this is what you get inside the box. Quite a neat looking box and quite a neat set of handles. Okay, so what we'll do is I'm just going to set it up. So we'll just go here. Now on the yoke, on the throttle, by default it comes with these rubber caps, and these are good for preventing dust. So you just remove all of them, very easy to peel off. Just do that. There we go. So those are off now. So now we can actually set it up for, let's start off with a twin engine general aviation aircraft. So we'll put our throttle on. They just normally just fit on like that. Second one on. Then we put our propeller, our RPM. Yes, then mixture. And the mixture. So I'll put this box away, give you guys a better look of it. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. That is our twin engine general aviation aircraft. So throttle, two of them, prop fully fine, and mixture. Now the one cool thing about this throttle quadrant is it has a detent. So if I take this back, this is, let's say, in your King Airs or your twin engine aircraft that are turboprop, that is idle, and then you can take it further down, both or even one, down until the bottom, and now that passes the flight detent, and that basically enters reverse thrust, which is quite cool. The reverse thrust is not really an axis, it's actually more of a button assignment, so you can only assign to like full, maximum, reverse, or toggle, beta, prop, or something. You cannot actually set, it's not like a real aircraft. Obviously when you put it into reverse, you can alter how much power you're using in reverse. No, it's either maximum reverse or back to flight idle. So that's the cool thing. And then with these you can put these like down, and then to feather them you can put them into the detent, and for your mixture you can put this as low idle and then feather it, which is quite cool. So that's quite cool. So this is our twin engine general aviation aircraft. So now I'm going to change it to a single engine complex aircraft. So let's go ahead and do that. So what we're going to do complex is I'll just take this throttle off, and I will move my prop 1 up here, and I'll move one mixture from here, move this as well, and put the mixture right here. It is a bit difficult, but this thing is sliding out. There we go, it's on. And get this off. And now you can put these down and you can put the caps on. Just easily slide them on like that. Not too difficult. This is just to keep the dust out. You can do it if you want to do it. I would recommend it personally, just to keep dust out. So there we go. That is, I hope you can see that clearly. So I'll just put these on the side. That's our single engine complex, your caravans. Basically that's what I'm familiar with. So that's basically like your caravan setup. And actually the cool thing about this is, I'll get onto this topic a bit later in the video, but there are configurations, files that you need to do to actually make this throttle work with certain aircrafts. So we will just now move on to a single engine, just a single engine aircraft like a Cessna 172, 152, a Piper Cherokee like I fly, or any single engine aircraft. So we'll just put this back on the rubber, and here we go. So this is our single engine aircraft. This we have our throttle, and we just have mixture. That is it. So this is basically our training aircrafts. No high performance aircrafts included over here. So that is it for the general aviation. So now what we can do is we can move on to our commercial handle set. I'm just going to get these off like that. Just put them down, and then obviously remember to put them back in the box when you are done. You do not want to lose any of these, because the demand right now for this product is so high that I am one of the very lucky ones who managed to get it on time. I've actually had a wait time of only, let's say, 4 or 5 months, and some people have been waiting for now coming up to 2 years for this product. Not 2 years, a year. The Europe people have been waiting for, but this people have been waiting for as well. So we now have our commercial set. So I'll just move my quadrant here and I'll show you the commercial set. So this is our commercial set. As you can see, we have 4 engine levers, we have a speed brake lever and a flap lever. So let's configure it first to a twin engine jet, typically 737, which is quite cool because the handles are designed in the shape to follow the shape of a 737 handle and 747. So put this on the side. So we'll get throttle number 1 right here and put it in the middle like that, and we'll get throttle number 2 and put it in the middle. There we go. And we'll get our speed brakes, put one here, slide up, and we'll get flap lever. Okay, so what we'll do is we can cover these just like this, and we can cover this other side just like this. Okay, so I'll just move my box, and there you go. This is our twin engine jet, typically a 737, A320, any of those type of aircrafts, private jet even. So it's quite cool. It has good room, like it feels good. It feels small. These handles are definitely small, but the good thing about this throttle is it's so customizable. People have actually started 3D printing pieces to attach to this throttle. So like the flap, we don't have detents over here for certain settings. Someone has actually printed detents over here, which is so cool, I feel. And I feel that it's really good that this throttle actually has the ability and has that freedom for people to actually create their own bits and pieces and add to the throttle, which is quite cool. So people have created bigger handles, people have created a flap detents, and it's really cool. So this is cool. And now the other cool thing on this set of throttles is it has the reverse thrust the way the aircraft has it, the 737, and that actually activates reverse. Like I said, this is a button and not an axis, so it will put the reverse at full, which is, I don't see as it too much of a problem. And yeah, let's now set up for a 4-engine aircraft. So what we have to do actually, this is actually, if you look at it, we can actually turn it to say either number 3 or we can turn it to say number 2. So this should be number 3. So put it back down as number 3, and we'll remove this one because this is going to be our number 1. And we'll just put it here, remove our covers, our plastic covers, just as easily as that. And let's add the second one, which is this one. So this is number 2. There's only one throttle that has the option to change its number, which is the third one. And then we can add our first one, number 1, engine number 1. Up that, and we can add engine number 4. Push that in, yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to align these numbers, they look quite good. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the 4-engine setup on like a 747 or an A380. So Honeycomb do offer the Airbus set of handles. I believe they're out of stock at the moment, but they do offer them as well. So you could purchase that if you're an Airbus fan. So yeah, full throttles all the way up quite nicely and back down. And then we have our full reverses. These reverses are spring loaded as well, so you can like drop them down just like that, which is quite cool. Then our flaps and our speed brake, so nothing else has changed. Now to the review of this yoke, of this throttle, sorry, I keep saying yoke, of this throttle. It is a really good throttle in my opinion, and I feel as though it has really changed the market for flight sim, and it has really, people have really like have been taken aback with this, because it's really compact design. It has not almost everything, but it does have quite a bit of stuff that you would need as a flight simmer. So I believe like you can buy other high-end stuff. The price of this, I will leave the link in the description, but the price of this is $250. But if you do look at other throttles, like I believe it's a T6, you don't quote me on this, but that is a really high-end fully metal throttle, but that goes for about $600. It has no autopilot panel, nothing. It just has the throttles and a D10 for a reverse, that's it, and the mixture and prop, but it's full metal construction. So this is plastic. Is it plastic? I think it is plastic, yes. But it comes with so much. It comes with an autopilot panel, it comes with landing gear, it comes with trim wheel, it comes with general aviation flaps, it comes with 7 customizable switches, it comes with an annunciator panel, and normally an annunciator panel and autopilot panel, you have to buy these separately. Gear lever, you have to buy it separately. So it really shows that Honeycomb have really thought about what do flight simmers need and have provided exactly that, and I am amazed. Just the small issue with my vertical speed light not coming on, but that's no problem, it happens to one of us, but it really is a good throttle. Now when it comes to actually customizing it and setting up profiles for X-Plane, wow, it is difficult. In my opinion, it's not as easy as I thought it would be, especially doing the LEDs and everything, but once you get the hang of it, it's quite easy. But to start it off, it's a bit of a task, because you might not know exactly what, because X-Plane works with data and commands, so you need to know exactly what to put in. Microsoft Flight Sim, it works out of the box. It worked out of the box for me, except for LED, so I had to get the LED driver from the Honeycomb website. P3D, I've not yet tested it on, and I'm not sure going to do it. But X-Plane, I have got now the Zibo 737 profile, so if you guys did watch my last video from Nairobi to Kisumu, these work perfectly with that aircraft, 737, and then Annunciator panel works perfectly. And then I've also got the Caravan, Cessna Caravan 208 profile setup on both the throttle and the yoke. So that is it, guys. And just a note on the side, guys, if you are wondering how I get this stuff into Kenya, I actually get it from the US. I go through a person called Charles. He has a company called JMX, and he's the one responsible for bringing my things from the US to Kenya. So you can purchase it two ways. He has assisted purchases where he buys a product for you and then just charges you exactly what the product costs with the current exchange rate, or you can buy it with your own card and then just ship it to his address. I personally use the first option, it's much easier. And then he takes only 10 days to bring it to the country, which is quite cool. And this actually came earlier than I thought, which I was so surprised, and I was so pleased, because this I was expecting it on the 12th of March. But it was amazing. He received it quite late in Feb, and he sent it, I think, maybe even the day later, and it came just yesterday, day before yesterday, sorry, into the country. So I've been using it since then. So I will leave his contact in the description below. Please do get in touch with him if you need anything from the States. Very reliable, nothing has come damaged ever, so that's quite good. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of this video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you do like these videos, please do subscribe to the channel. Please do give it a thumbs up, and please do hit that bell icon to get notified when I post another video. But other than that, guys, the next video is going to be a good one, because I'll be using my throttle together with my yoke, and that's a good setup. So thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you have a good week ahead of you, and stay safe. Bye bye.